my channel. So as this title of the video indicates, I decided to start a garden. I visited my aunt not too long ago and she has a garden and it just seems so therapeutic, so refreshing. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. She told me to go for it, so I decided to go for it. So this video is basically showing us starting my journey of gardening. As you see, we started off getting baby from her school, doing our norm of checking in, seeing how her day was, checking her folders to see what was going on as far as school and homework and stuff that we had to do when we got home, which unfortunately we did not get to because I was exhausted, which you'll see after this video. So we get to Home Depot and basically it was a little bit of a drive thanks to traffic, but the Home Depot is basically where I got all of the supplies that I needed in regards to starting in the gardening. It just made more sense. I'm a very visual, touchy person, so I wanted to go somewhere where I can touch everything, see things and all that, instead of buying things online. So we're just going through here, going through the store. We went to the gardening section per se, at least that's what it said. There was absolutely nothing gardening until we got to towards the end, which is basically like the shovel and some other things that I needed, like the gloves and all of that. So we got that here from this section. Elena was like so into this. It's ridiculous, you guys. Like she was basically kind of taking charge, taking lead. The things that she was saying, if I had not muted it, was ridiculous. So here we have the seed section. I knew I wanted to do a vegetable garden instead of a floral garden starting off, just because I don't know if you guys have been to the stores lately, but things are getting more expensive. And I was like, you know what? I want to try this. So due to the time of year that I am starting it, I did have to go with the things that would kind of grow in this season. So I chose to start off with cucumber as well as jalapeno and red and green bell peppers. So that's what I'm starting off with for this season. If all goes well, then I do plan to incorporate other things, especially like for the fall garden or fall harvesting. I want to incorporate like broccoli, cauliflower, and some other things. I don't have my notebook right in front of me, but I do have like, I did some research to kind of decide or indicate in which seasons or time of year should you harvest and start doing things. So yeah, that's what's going on here, or that's what I plan to be doing. So anyways, we're just going around trying to find different things that I need to start off with. I found some things that I want to come back to, but yeah. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos and different videos from other gardeners to see like what they did to start off with, just to kind of get some tips and tricks because I've never done this before. I had a visual in mind as far as what I wanted to do. And so we're going around trying to find like basically the base for the garden. Josh was really into me finding something that was like already kind of created. So like the garden beds that you're looking at now, this is what he wanted for me to do. I was not about this life by no means. I was not happy at all that he was wanting for me to go this way. I was like, no, I'm all in. Like if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be all in and I want to create it and do it right from jump. So we finally found what I was looking for. I forgot exactly what they're called, but they were for gardening. At least that's what it said on there. So yeah, I think they were like garden wall planks or something like that. Not sure. But yeah, that's literally what I wanted. And then outside of that, we were looking for, he was like, well, then what are you going to do to connect it? And I was like, I want wood. And he was like, what type of wood? And I was like, I have absolutely no idea. So we come back to this section. He's like, what about this? I'm like, I don't want it on top of garden. So you guys, it was like a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But in the long run, we definitely got what I wanted. He's very visual as well. So he was just kind of getting irritated with me because I couldn't like tell him exactly what I was thinking or what I was wanting. And like an idiot, I did not get a screenshot or picture of anything that I saw that led me to what I was wanting to do. So yeah, but here we are finally getting to the lumber section. We saw some wood. This is exactly what I was looking for initially. I thought it was too long. He kept putting it down. He was like, well, no, it could work. And I was like, okay, but I do think it's a little too long, but we were going for it anyway. So we started putting them in the cart, or more so he did. But then we came about to something that was a little bit more smaller, something that was a little bit more of what I was thinking as far as starting off. And so I just felt like it worked a little bit better. So we did end up going with this one, which was actually a 2x4, if I remember correctly, of lumber. And it was actually cheaper. So I was definitely all about also being more cost efficient since this was my first time around. I didn't want to be too expensive. I didn't know, well, and I still don't know if this is going to be successful, but it is something that I do plan to do long run. So I did want to get stuff that was more cheaper, but also that I could continue to find moving forward, especially if I continue to expand the garden the way how I would want to, if everything goes well. So yeah, so we're just going through all that stuff. Elena was like super done with me. He was probably done with me as well. I'm giving my thumbs up because I was super happy. It's my vision was coming to life. So then we need the soul. Of course, Josh wanted for me to get the cheaper soul. I was like, no, that's not what I want. I know I'm supposed to be getting something for vegetables, and I finally found it. So I did go with the Miracle Grow vegetables and herb soul. I just thought it was going to be a little bit better, especially the videos that I saw. They were telling me to make sure that I had compost in my soul, and so this one had compost in it as well. So I just thought that was going to be a little bit better because, like I said, I'm all in. I want to do things right for sure from the jump, or at least give myself the best chance. So we're leaving, finally checked off. It was hot. We were all tired. So we stopped off at Chili's to get something to eat. Not my fave, but it's clearly their favorite. I felt like I was imposing on a date, honestly. So then next thing, we finally get back home and we're starting to set up the base. So here we are setting up the base, or more so them, if I can talk, setting up the base for the garden. Elena was so excited to really be involved. So we ended up going to sleep because we were all tired. This is me the next day. I had a little bit of a break between work, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start like pulling up the grass because I knew I needed to pull up the grass before setting down the soil and setting down the base for the garden. So I started there, but it was excruciating outside. It was so hot. I don't know about where you guys are, but in Austin, it was super hot that day. So I needed to wait until the evening until it cooled down some. I'm still in the sun a little bit, but as you can see, there are some shaded areas. So it was a little bit cooler. And of course, my helper was home from school. So she actually was a big help for me for sure. Like hands down, like she was like, Mommy, I'm going to do that, this, that, and the other. Like she was really, really helpful. And they're also teaching the kids at her school or at her preschool to garden. So she actually was showing me some tips and tricks that she had learned, which was actually very interesting to hear your 5-year-old kind of explain things to you and help you garden. So I thought that was really cool. And it really was, I don't know, it's just, I'm smiling as I say this because she's so smart in general, but she's just such an inspiration, you guys. Like, even to me, like, she's 5, I'm 32, and it's just like, she's an inspiration to her own mother, which I think is fabulous and so great. So, yeah. So we're just doing our mommy-daughter thing, pulling up the grass, finally. We finished. Unfortunately, I did not get up before. I wish that I would have, but then we finished. As you see, I had camera issues. So we finished, and I was able to set the soil down, set the base down, and everything of that sort. Also, since my camera fell and I did not know it fell, I unfortunately didn't get to record me actually putting the seeds in. So there are seeds down there for the jalapenos, cucumber, and the bell peppers. Again, that's what I'm starting off with. I chose to put the cucumbers in the middle just because based on some of my research, it said that they do well in between the peppers. So we're going to see. Again, this is my first time. I'm definitely not an expert by no means, but we're going to see what happens. I will definitely keep you guys updated for sure. So after I got done watering, I did find like these little fences at Home Depot. I think they're super cute. I think they add a little something to it. So a little decor, a little bit. I do plan to maybe add some little garden gnomes just because Elena loves the garden gnomes thanks to Romeo and Juliet, to the little kids movie. And yeah, this is basically the finished product. We have been watering every now and then. It's been a few days, so bear with us. But of course, as more things happen, I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be blessed. Thanks.